So here I am on my way to Julian. It's a beautiful day here. I came from down there. So San Diego is that way, about 100 miles, maybe less. And then Julian is this way. It's only about 7 or 8 miles from here. So I'm going to continue my video that I was doing on the other side. I got disturbed, like not disturbed, but I was sitting actually in the middle of I realized that I was sitting in the middle of a heliport, and that actually where I was shooting is a helicopter landing pad. So what do I think of the Tiger Rally Pro? I've already talked about the handling part. It just handles so well. It felt light and it felt nimble. Two main things. My main concern was my sitting position, the ergonomics for me. I'm 6'1". I'm like a 34-inch inseam. So, and my arms are like a little extra longer than normal. So I needed a bike with a little wider handlebars and a good upright sitting position. And I found this bike. I tried on the GT Pro as well, the Tiger GT Pro. And then I tried this, and this felt way better than the GT Pro. That's why I got the Enduro version. I'm saying this is supposedly, as marketed by Triumph, it's more off-road biased. I don't go too much off-road. I'm mostly a street rider. I'm like 99% or 95% street. I would take some gravel roads and some fire roads, and that's about it. My sitting, that was my main concern, was my seating position. I didn't really care. I used to ride the 1250 GS before this. I didn't really care in the loss of horsepower, like 250 horsepower. To me, it's nothing. It doesn't. I don't ride that fast anyways, so it's fine. The next big thing that I really loved about this bike is the wind protection. I've ridden it 2,000 miles, over 2,000 miles now. So I've ridden it on main highways, like I've ridden it at like high speeds, and I'm saying the speed here is like 50 or 55 miles an hour, but I've ridden it way over that. And the wind protection for this small teeny weeny windshield that you see, I don't know what Triumph has done, but it works. It totally works. I read about it that it was, they took it into a wind tunnel and all that, and whatever they did, it's good. It's beautifully good. The other thing that I loved about this bike is the weight of the bike. It doesn't feel that heavy. It feels like a much lighter. I read about it, and before I bought the bike, I was reading about it, and it said that they had, between the 800 series and the 900 series, they did something with the engine. They dropped it and pulled it back, or whatever they did. I'm not that mechanically inclined, so I'm not technical either. Like I can't tell you, okay, they moved it like 20 inches this way, or 5 inches this way, or 2 inches this way, or they increased the horsepower by this, or the torque, or whatever. I'm oblivious to all of that. What I am aware of is, how does it feel for me? It feels freaking awesome, man. The weight of the bike, when you take it out at slow speeds, is very good. It feels grounded. I love the wheels. So the front wheels are 21 inch, and the back wheels are 19, I think so. I love the way my bags fit in the bike either. So now all I need for long distance travel is these two bags and one bag on top, which I don't need any fittings for that, because all I'm gonna do is strap that bag to these, points here, and 4 straps will do it. It'll be perfect. And that's a good 35-liter bag that sits right across, and that's more than enough luggage for me. What else? I know it's old school. the mirrors, it doesn't look that sexy, but they work. I can see far, and I love that. The lights on the bike. Oh, a lot of motorcycles here today. The lights on the bike. So I put it's just a little acrylic cover on the bike just to protect it, on the light, sorry, to protect it. But this light is very good. And then there's 2 fog lights. So 1, 2, 3, a triangle is always what I want for good visibility. People can see me, I can tell. I can tell that people can see me really well. And the bike came. The other thing that I loved and that sold me on this bike is that the bike came with a lot of things, accessories already fit into the bike. So the lower crash bars were already there. It comes with the quick shifter. Quick shifter I love again. It works really well. The other big thing is the TFT screen. And if you look at it, it's a big screen. I just started it up. So what do I don't like about the bike? There's nothing much here that I wouldn't like about the bike. What do I don't like about the bike? I have to find something that I don't like about the bike. What do I don't like about the bike? Well, for one thing, I can't, well, maybe it's just me. On the TFT screen, I can't seem to find the way or to put the pedometer onto the screen, like on a permanent basis. Permanently means while I'm riding it, it comes when I switch it on. It comes briefly. You can see, oh, I've ridden like 2,100 miles, and then it disappears, and then this thing starts. Somebody's waving at me. What do I don't like about this bike? It's hard to say, man. I like everything about this bike. If there was one quirk, I'm saying I've adjusted the shocks, the suspension a little bit. Somebody taught me how to do it. I'm not very mechanically inclined, by the way, and like changing a tire or is probably as far as I go. And some minor stuff, maybe cleaning the engine or oiling the engine up. Sorry, not the engine. I'm talking about the chain. Not the engine. No. I'm not that far. But somebody, one of my mechanics, he taught me how to do the suspension for the back and for the front. And I adjusted it on my own, and it feels really good. It feels solid and tight. That's another thing I like about the bike is the brakes. The brakes, you know, when I first test rode this bike, they gave me like, the dealer didn't want to give any bikes out for test rides because they don't want to, you know, then the bike becomes a demo bike, right, for them to sell. So unless I'm really seriously interested in, okay, I'm going to buy this bike, they don't like to give it out to you for a test ride. So I convinced him to give it to me for a test ride, and the first thing I did was I sped it up. Like they gave me literally every 3 or 4 miles. They said, okay, you can go here, 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 here. You can't take it on the highway. So I said, all right, no problem. So I took it out, sped it up, and I braked hard, and it just felt like rock solid. And that sold me. These Brembo brakes are really good. They're very, very good indeed. Yeah. You know, if this is a bike, if this is your style of riding, this bike is an excellent bike to get. The GT Pro version is also very good. For me, the only difference, the only reason why I got this model instead of the GT Pro is because of ergonomics. I just felt more comfortable sitting on this bike than on the GT Pro. That was all. Cheers, man. Ride safe.